If you scroll, God will still love you. But if you stay, why not share this with a couple of friends to help spread the gospel? In 1 Timothy chapter 4, starting at verse 12, it says, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." This is one of my favorite verses because I feel like a lot of times we feel like as younger men or just people in general, we don't have as big a say as people that are older than us. But in reality, Paul is writing to Timothy here, who is a younger leader at the time. And it's so important where it says, verse 16, "Watch your life and doctrine closely," because even if you're young, no matter where you are, you can set an example for Christ. You can be a model for people to look at and be a representation of Christ in the right way, the right embodiment. And it says in speech, conduct, love, and faith, and purity, like all those are so important because you never know what could plant a seed. If even the littlest actions, that the way you live, people could question and be like, "Hey, why you do this? Why you believers live in this way?" And that could plant a seed in someone else's heart because of that. Because you see that you're different from the world, and that is where you can know that the Spirit is inside of you, and you should be setting that example for others. And don't let anyone look down on you, or what doesn't matter what the outside world thinks. It matters what God thinks and what Jesus thinks. And He loves you, and He wants you to live for Him and live to please Him. And that is what you can do if you set that example for believers. But it says for believers, but also the outside, the world, non-believers. Set that example because you never know what it could lead to. And it starts with having that back knowledge of Scripture, and I think that is just so important.